So Anaheim will get the first possession. Here's Vujicic. They get the rebound. And that one's good. Barnes.
Maybe the length helping out Harrison Barnes that time to collect.
Pass to Odom. Williams looking over the floor. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
Montreal team ball.
Here's Bargnani. Another shot. And he sinks the layup.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Here's Strickland. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
First personal foul.
Showing the quickness right there. Just tough to keep up
for Anaheim.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. And so it's Montreal now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Williams. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Down low. Here's James. And finished off by LeBron.
And the defense making it too easy for LeBron James. Can't let him get that close.
Odom, no good. Here's Anaheim. Like everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
And there are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Williams, that's good.
Yeah, it's pretty much unguardable there. You got to respect Lou Williams' ability to guide those floaters softly into the rim.
He gets it in there. Strickland's got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here's Bargnani. Off target with the jump hook.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way to keep him from taking advantage of you down low. You got to play tough, physical defense.
Montreal foul call.
Officials are all over.
For Anaheim, they've gone 1-for-1, making their previous attempt at the line.
Shooting for Anaheim.
They throw good, Wembanyama. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense. His impact is amazing.
First team foul. Substitution for Anaheim. Maurice Lucas.
Here's Bargnani. Pass to Miles. Some nice passing by Montreal here. Lets a floater go. Shot's good from Bargnani.
Beautiful use of the pick and roll. Sweet Lou, so elusive and so good in those sets.
To the paint. Here's Strickland. Lays it up off the glass.
Assisted.
Strickland's got the lead back up to 9 now for Anaheim. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Montreal.
Out of bounds.
And out of bounds as Anaheim gains possession. .106 left here in the first half of the game. Here's Strickland. And Anaheim tacks on 2 more.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Here's Miles. Kept alive. Bargnani.
With the dunk.
And Bargnani throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. Now here's Odom. Scoreless thus far. Williams gets the bucket.
What a scorer this guy is. Inside, outside, mid-range. Williams is capable of doing damage from anywhere.
And the dunk by Odom.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Shots good by Strickland. Strickland got 11 points.
Great to see when Melo spots his open teammate. Good at noticing the overcommitment that time.
Here's Williams. Open jump shot off the mark.
That's the end of the second
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offense.
And so that brings the first half to a close. Anaheim on top, leading by 7. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a moment. Pass to Bargnani.
Williams with the assist.
Here's Strickland. Now Vujicic.
Sasha Vujicic.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Montreal. 8-point game. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And doesn't have to think about sitting him out. I mean, that's his second foul here in less than a minute.
First team foul.
And so it's Montreal now. They double him with Wembanyama. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Miles. And here is Odom. Just 5 on the clock.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for Montreal, Andrea Bargnani. Taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Bargnani hits them both.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
James in the post. Got a hand on it. And so the ball is out of bounds. Miles touched it last. Henderson with it.
Scoot Henderson. Assist goes to.
Now here's Williams.
Anthony.
Pass to Bargnani. They double him with Wembanyama.
3 second
And
violation.
there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And it's Anaheim with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Anthony Edwards.
For 3.
Now Williams. Here's Anaheim. 9-point game.
Defense as tough as it comes right there. He's a hard man to deny when he gets the ball to the rim.
Anaheim foul call. LeBron James. First personal foul. Fourth team foul. At the line for 2. Lamar Odom.
And the first one at the line is good.
And when you think of Odom, a player who does so many things well, a truly unique player, he just brings a ton to the table.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Whoa, extra right there from Edwards. Outside Williams. Odom with it. He's picked up by James.
Darius Miles.
Here's Henderson. Here's James. Pass to Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
And here's Montreal. Odom on the wing. Drives to the hoop.
Anthony Edwards.
And so it's Montreal now. And here is Williams.
Anaheim foul called. Scoot Henderson. First personal foul. 5th team foul. At the line for Montreal, Lewis Williams. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And Williams is sort of the classic instant offense guy. Whether he's coming off the bench or starting, he can provide a spark whenever they need one.
And both free throws good for Williams. Stolen by Bargnani. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Here's Anaheim. 6-point game.
Anthony Edwards.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Montreal. Stolen away. Lobbed up there for Barnes. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop.
Darius Miles. Boom!
Edwards inside.
Anthony Edwards.
Williams with the ball. And it's Anaheim with the ball. Out to Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. 3.
And here's Montreal. Outside Williams. Driving to the basket.
Rod Strickland. Assisted by LeBron James.
And so it's Montreal now. Outside Williams. Back to Odom. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Some nice ball movement by Anaheim. Swiped away. Fast break Anaheim. Floats it. Here's the lob. LeBron flies through the air. So it's Anaheim picking up the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. See you later. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Tonight, we'll see Toronto as they play against Montreal. Kevin Harlan here with you. Joining me tonight, Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. Our buddy David Aldridge is on the sideline getting stories. Here are the starters for Montreal. We've got Wade. Adebayo is out there with Bargnani. Then there's Hill. And it's Augment in at the shooting guard position. And for the Raptors, Brown is in the shooting guard spot with Barrett at small forward. Barnes and Pirtle make up the inside pair. And it's quickly in at the point. The Raptors off the tip. To the middle. Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Grant Hill. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for Montreal. Pirtle trying to get open. Sweet little floater. Hill's got the opening field goal of the game for Montreal.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Quickly against Wade. Now, here's Barrett. He's covered closely. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Floats it up for Adebayo. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Now, quickly. Brown wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. Quickly against Wade. Hill has the open look. Hangs home the trifecta. Hill's got 5 points so far.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball because that really will help his confidence.
And Brown throws it down.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. With every passing season, Quickly's role seems to expand.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, he's had to prove himself over and over. And now that he has, I don't think you'll find nearly as many doubters as he had when he first came into the league.
It's good. And that's now 7 points for Hill.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now here's Barnes, and Bargnani sends it back. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Outside Hill. High, arcing shot. He lays it in. 9 points in the game so far.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they just have to be more patient. Less forcing and more passing.
Make some noise.
Montreal on D. It's a 5-point game. To the inside, Bargnani. And Bargnani throws it down.
The assist.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, perfect timing on that alley-oop. Adebayo has a real connection with his teammates.
Here's Barnes. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And Toronto will go for a different look here. Here's Quickly. That shot off. Good D by Wade. Montreal leading by 7. Here's Adebayo. And he lays it up and in. Adebayo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
I love seeing Adebayo run the floor like this. Fantastic job leaking out and beating everyone to the spot.
And it goes out of bounds. The last touch by Wade. The Raptors making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. .132 left in the first quarter. Pass to Abaji. Toronto working the ball around now. Dick, that's good.
The defenders are going to have to keep up with this rookie. Dick, an excellent shooter.
Pass to Bargnani. Fires away from way outside. Toronto grabs the miss. And that one drops. Adebayo's got 6.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo. Adebayo's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hill passes to Wade. Bargnani inside the three-point line. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take nice pass inside, making things easy for him.
Back to Wade. Pocket 6, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Checking in for your home team, Bruno Fernando Walter.
Toronto trails by 8. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Pass to Walter. This one for 3. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Montreal in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside. That's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Montreal.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
Another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
We've got Walter. Mitchell is out there with Garrett Temple. And it's Abaji in at the 4-man position. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. For 3, Hill. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And making it look easy right now. When Hill finds his rhythm, well, he keeps in attack mode.
Out of bounds, Montreal takes possession.
Well, look, plays like that are exactly why they find themselves in such a deep hole.
And it's Adebayo with the ball for Montreal. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Right wing. Now the pass to Hill. Kicks to Bargnani. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bargnani's got the lead up to 13 now for Montreal.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Here's Temple. Bargnani grabs the board. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Adebayo. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Now, we're used to the stretch big man these days, Stan. That's not Bam Adebayo's game, though. How is he still effective?
Well, Kevin, Bam is a highly skilled big in his own right. He just doesn't have the three-point shot. But he's got the ball handling, he's got the passing, and he's got the mid-range jumper, and he puts those things together into a very effective package.
Yeah, he has a good handle, doesn't he?
He's got a great handle.
Free throw good. Adebayo. They stand from 15 feet in. Not many players more dangerous in this NBA than Bam Adebayo.
No, there's not, Kevin. He's got the total package when he gets in the mid-range area on down. He can shoot the mid-range jumper above the rim to finish. He can score with his back to the basket, and he's an outstanding passer.
And we haven't even mentioned his defense, right? Because his defense is off the charts.
always an all-defense consideration. Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Toronto calls timeout.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
Fans, please give a big round of applause to your dance team. All right, that was your youth dance team. Make some noise.
And Barrett now top of the key. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Wade on the wing. Inside. Adebayo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one. Toronto trails by 17. Brown with it. He has 6. And he could not get them one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. The Raptors shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
For 2, Bruce Brown.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. And here's Montreal. They're on a 9-1 run right now. Here's Hill. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Here's quickly. Grant Hill making his last shot. A nice shot by Brown. Brown's got 9 points.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Passes to Hill. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. And here's Bargnani. He has 6 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. With the clock winding down, and Bargnani throws it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Here's Barnes. following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Now here is Hill. He's got 14. And Adebayo throws it down.
And terrific to see Adebayo putting up big numbers. He's continuing to grow as a scorer.
Quickly the bounce pass. To the paint. Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Bargnani. Bargnani's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Adebayo throws it down.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
And the Raptors call time here.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. .102 left here in the second. Dick in the corner. A 3-ball. Hits it from 3-point range. Dick's got 8 points.
And that is why this team has Grady Dick, a floor spacer coming into the league with an elite 3-point shot.
And it's good, 2 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage. I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
Montreal leading by 19. Floats it up for Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Dick, that's good.
And we saw this at Kansas. When Dick's on a roll, just keep feeding.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Wade against Mitchell. Wade outside. 5 on the clock. Montreal needs to get off a shot.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Montreal ahead, running away with it. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
44.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Bam Adebayo in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. On the court right now for Montreal, Hill out there with Bargnani. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Augman in at the 2-guard spot. Now here is Hill. And it's Hill with the jam.
Well, they expect this from him. And he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Raptors. And Bargnani sends it back. Now Montreal moving it up. Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And get used to seeing that from Bam. If you haven't already, young man plays above the rim.
Here's Brown. It's rebounded by Montreal. Hill's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
First personal foul.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look
Shooting
at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Adebayo.
And you'd love to see Bam Adebayo grow his shooting range a little. Get more aggressive, but his defense and athleticism are a great start.
Now, here's Quickly. Hasn't made one yet. And here's Brown outside. And again, Toronto no luck.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Toronto with the ball. After the basket by Montreal. Brown outside. It's rebounded by Montreal. Bargnani's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Oh, the strength of Adebayo is impressive and sometimes overwhelming for the defense.
Barnes up top, defended by Bargnani. And here's Brown outside. That doesn't go either for Brown. And here's Montreal. They picked up 11 straight. And Adebayo throws it down.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
And Brown throws it down hard.
Makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Here's Hill. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And that's 20 points for Hill.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Pass to Brown. Banked in off the glass. Brown's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
The 2022 Rookie of the Year, Scotty Barnes, GA, had a terrific rookie year, as we know. His second year may have fallen off a little bit.
Yeah, it was a bit stagnant for Scotty, but man, he had a monster third year, making his first All-Star game. The playmaking of Barnes especially took a leap.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Burke. Chris Boucher comes in for Barnes. Walter, he's checked in for Brown. And Davion Mitchell subbed in for Quickly. They recover it. Stolen by Bargnani. And Bargnani throws it down.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Ugh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Fernando, the pass to Barrett. And it's sent back by Hill. And they get it back.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And Adebayo sends it back. Bargnani dishes to Hill. Pass to Adebayo, and it's blocked. They retain possession. They get it again. Hill kicks to Bargnani. Good, the assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists in the game.
And love the pass from Hill right there. A true team player.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Walter can't get it to go. And Hill has it in the corner. Sinks that one from the post. That's now 22 points for Hill.
Man, what can't Adebayo do? I mean, gets the tough rebounds, scores the tough baskets, and then makes the right pass.
Connects from three-point range. And so it's Wade. He'll bring it up for Montreal. And he banks in the layup. Wade's got 4 points this quarter.
Love the concentration from Wade. Totally committed to finding a high percentage shot.
Pass to Walter. No good with the triple. Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for Montreal. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. He'll get you back to the action after this break. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Olynyk. Garrett Temple is out there with Mitchell. Then there's Dick. And it's Abaji in at the 4 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And it's sent back by Hill. Tries again. Abaji can't get it to go.
Yeah, well, he's going to have some explaining to do on the sideline about why he took that shot.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Temple off target from outside. And here's Montreal. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And Bargnani throws it down.
And what a dime from Bam. He's really skilled at looking for and finding his teammates.
Mitchell passes to Abaji. To the left wing. Here's Temple. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Here's Wade. And it's Wade with the jam.
And there's the slam by Wade. Such a remarkable athlete.
Wade's gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Mitchell passes to Temple. Offline with his 3. Here's Hill. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Hill's got 10 points here in the second half.
Ever since halftime, they've played precision basketball on the offensive end.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Now Montreal moving it up. Here's Bargnani. Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Montreal.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Here's Wade. After the basket by Davion Mitchell. Here's Hill. It's blocked. Here's Dick. Wade is covering. Mitchell in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Temple. And they'll get another chance. Olynyk can't hit. Here's Wade. Over Mitchell. Adebayo kicks to Wade. He dishes it to Bargnani. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hill. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Hill's got 4 points in the quarter.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Mitchell passes to Olynyk. Temple can't get it to go.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Substitution on the court.
.132 left here in the fourth quarter. Hill pulls it in. Hill's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Wade, and Wade slams it in.
And haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Walter. He's guarded by Hill. To the left side wing. And again, Toronto no luck.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Back to Bargnani. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
Shooting for the away team, Andrea Bargnani, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. So he gets them both. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Temple. Five to shoot. And again, Toronto no luck. Wade surveying the D. So we see Montreal get the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us tonight on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.
Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With our analysts Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. We've got Butler, and it's Nowitzki in at the 5. The 3. Rebound Montreal. And so here's Montreal. Baylor, the pass to Terry. To the wing on the left. Here's Duncan. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Here's Archibald. To the wing, right side. Nails the wide open jumper.
This is how you begin a game. Set the tone right from the jump.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
The rebound by Nowitzki.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Man, that's just tough because that would have tied up the score. That's a tough one to swallow here in the fourth.
It's tipped. And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Terry's shot is good.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
Yeah, just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Here's Archibald. To the middle. The layup off target. Here's E. Out to the right wing. Here's Terry. And Montreal hits again from deep.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
From deep three-point land. He's off on that one.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powered at home like that. Connects from downtown.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth.
2 minutes.
Here's Baylor, down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's the teardrop, and he gets that one.
He's a potent mix of effort and ability. Hard to shut down a player of his caliber.
Got a hand on it.
That's an awesome defensive display by Duncan there, coming up with the block and aggressively sending that one back.
Here's Kirilenko. Rebound Montreal. Here's Duncan. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Montreal.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high-percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
He's been unguardable in this one, getting whatever he wants out there. He's just simply putting the offense on his back and delivering.
I'm telling you, the added pressure of the road really brings out the best in him. You can tell he enjoyed playing so well in front of an unfriendly crowd. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He encourages guys to stick with it, saying, I don't care what the scoreboard says. If we can play hard, that's all that matters. We can be the stronger team. So that's what coach is looking for.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
And he stepped on the line, so they turn it over.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
Looking unlikely right here. That time ticking away.
Well, Grant, this game looks just about over.
B.A., all they really need to do is just work that clock, don't turn it over, and this game is a wrap.
Been pretty interesting to watch Tim through his career have some struggles from the free throw line and then regain his consistency.
Tim Duncan, taking 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. And so both free throws good, and it's a 9-point game here.
I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Baylor, that's good.
You got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Loved it. The guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Here's Terry. And so it's Montreal with the W. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So alongside Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, and our entire 2K crew, I'm Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, former NBA players Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, with David Aldridge joining us courtside.
Here we go.
On the court right now for Montreal, we've got Duncan. Green is out there with Maggette. Then there's Hill, and it's E in at the 5 spot.
Serious hustle from Smith in the paint there to track that one down for the finish.
For three, Hill, good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Fox, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Corey Maggette.
And Fox, strong, very confident player, an excellent defender, and a solid shooter.
Free throw good, Fox. Fox hits them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Green passes to Hill. And another three for Montreal.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball, because that really will help his confidence.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
against Allen. Here's Robertson. Misses the layup. Just a tiny lead for him.
And a chance to make it a little bigger right here.
Green finds Hill. Over Robertson. Hill, no good.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Robertson can't hit. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Montreal. Deep two from Hill. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out. And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And now it's Allen running. He can go all the way. And Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, and Smith gets off the floor as quick as anybody, especially when he's got a lob on the way.
From outside the arc, and it's Hill. That's an assist by Green. Hill's got 11 points in the quarter.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Team putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Grant Hill on the wing. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Hill's got 14 points here in the second half.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
You got to like what Grant Hill has done in this game.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan around stopping this long-range assault.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Grant Hill.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. And he begged his guys to get after it on the break. He said, let's keep up the tempo, guys. You know how dangerous we are on the break. Be confident with the ball. Take risks. Move it, guys.
Thank you, David. Now, here is Hill. Duncan dishes to Green.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
On the wing, Green. Defended by Allen. The shot. No good. And it's sent back by Hill. Green with the ball. Grant Hill on the wing. Launches it. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Hill's got the lead up to 10 now for Montreal.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
2 shots.
Good on the first, and that brings them within single digits.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. Any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
He couldn't stay in bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Now here's Green, defended by Robertson. Puts it up. And it's Green, missing. And they're pushing it up. Robertson can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there in situations like this. He stands tall to prevent points.
So we see Montreal
Your support is what makes this possible. Please drive home safe.
And thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you're enjoying your Friday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline.
Here we go.
West is out there with Hughes. Then it's Lowry Markkanen. Then it's Stoudemire. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here's Montreal. The three from Hill. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Passes it to West. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. West has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Grant Hill on the wing. From past the arc, hands it from downtown.
And good to see Hill knocking down the long ball because that really will help his confidence.
Hughes, the pass to West. Stolen by Terry. Now Montreal moving it up. Up the floor. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Pass to West. Uncovered. The offensive rebound. Here's Markkanen. Makes a fantastic move. and nails the shot.
Getting it right back up to the rim. Markkanen does a good job.
Deep two from Hill. Good. Nothing but net. Hill's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. And here's Duncan. He'll bring it up for Montreal. Terry outside for three. Hill. And another three for Montreal.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
A great example out here of just a no-quit team continuing to compete until the final buzzer.
And another three for Montreal.
This is where Hill can hurt you. Once he has a step on the D in transition, it's lights out.
The pass to Terry. And here's Hill for three. It's good from long range. Hill's got the lead up to 9 now for Montreal. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Montreal?
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the head coach of the home team had some words for the team during the break. He told them they have to attack the basket. He said, we are settling for way too many jumpers, guys. Move the ball, push it inside, and make them defend in the post. It's time to attack. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And another three for Montreal.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Antetokounmpo, no good. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break. And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
West with a wide open look. No good, unable to end this run.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Now here's Terry. Shoots over Markkanen. Shot by Terry, no good. Markkanen kicks it to West. That three off the mark.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Montreal again missing. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Stoudemire. Duncan with the block.
That's an awesome defensive display by Duncan there, coming up with the block and aggressively sending that one back.
Here's Terry. No good. So we see Montreal get the win here. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems.
Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Here with the greats, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson, and Allie LaForce, our reporter. We've got Lauri Markkanen, and it's Wallace in at the 5, down low. Nails the baby hook.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
Outside Hardaway, Markkanen from long range. And it's Augman with a rebound. Here's Terry. Puts up a deep three. Out to the wing. Pass to Augman. Here's Hill. Three-pointer. 5 on the clock. Buries it from 3. Hill's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Morrison. The rebound by Duncan. Here's Terry. Defended by Hardaway. Stepped on the line. Out of bounds there. And that will cost him a possession. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Pass to White. Ooh, poked away. Here's the break. Lets it fly. The shot by Terry, no good. Marketed for 3. No luck on that one.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Unloads. It's kept alive. Pass to Terry. Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Marketed from long range. Oh, the soft touch from Marketed, the 7-footer.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
And that was good.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
You can't question the desire of these teams. It's going to be difficult for either side to get separation.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And when Markkanen is used correctly, he can be an important contributor. A big man who can really shoot, which is valuable in today's game.
So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
Hill for 3. Sends it home from 3-point land. Hill's got 8 points in the quarter.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
The 3 is up. Hardaway, no good.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a 3 of his own, but you got to play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Shot's good by Hill.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen. Hoping to inspire his team here.
Thanks for that, Allie. Augman can't get it to go.
And he's very confident from that range, but he can't make him out.
Blocked! And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. .54 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. They need this. Here's Terry. Right side Hill. For 3. Hits the trifecta.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Lauri Markkanen.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Markkanen hits them both. Pass to Duncan. Lets a 3 fly, and Montreal hits again from deep.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
At the line for your home team, Lowry Markkanen. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that brings him with an 8. Markkanen hits them both. 32 seconds left in the final quarter. Pass to Duncan. Takes the 3. Drills it from deep.
You could really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
Markkanen, this one for 3. Morrison's shot is good.
Yeah, moving the ball with a purpose. Lowry Markkanen. Nice pass.
Outside, Hill takes a 3. And Montreal hits again from deep.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Lets it go from deep. He drops it from range.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And so it's Montreal with the W. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge.
go.
On the court right now for Montreal, they've got Hill. Oh, and there he puts it down! Oh, my goodness.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Sinks the triple.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Grant Hill on the wing. The 19-foot shot. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Pass to Buzelis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Hill left side. For the three. Again missing Hill. Hill's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And there's Buzelis on the assist from Williamson.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness. He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds.
The ball goes to your home
Last
team.
touch by Green. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Bounce pass from Sharp. Jackson has the open look. Offensive rebound. And so he'll bring it up for Montreal. A 2-point game. And Green slams it in.
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
Fires for 3. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 3 assists in the game. Feeds it to Gervin. And it's Gervin finishing it off.
With the shot. Explosive near the rack. Gervin. Levitating Iceman going upstairs.
Grant Hill on the wing. And another 3 for Montreal.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Now here's Green. George Gervin missing his last shot. They kick it out to Green. Here's Duncan. And another 3 for Montreal.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Grant Hill.
Offensively, his focus was lasered up. I mean, whatever scheme the defense was working, he found a way to work through it, locating quality shots whenever he got his hands on the ball.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got a little bit of a show there.
Guys, that one definitely had a little something extra on it.
A jaw-dropper emoji is what I look like right now. Incredible.
Shoots. Again, Montreal scores. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Montreal.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And the defense has been disruptive, forcing turnovers, challenging shots. The turnovers they've been able to turn into points, too.
Here's Gervin. Grant Hill making his last shot. Got that one up quick.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now, here's Green. He dishes to Hill. They kick it out to Green. Takes a 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
That one's going to be the final dagger, and these guys can now celebrate.
And they deserve it. They deserve to celebrate a dominant performance in what's going to be a blowout win.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
They get it back. Pass to Buzelis. So we see Montreal get the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful.
Please get home safely.
tip-off goes to Montreal. Here's Lou. Pass to Mashburn. Shot clock at 5. And that one drops for him.
These are the shots you want Mashburn taking because he's that good on offense.
Here's Doncic. The rebound by Turner.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Rebound, Atlanta. Here's Van Killen. Here's Burt. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Andre
Bargnani picks one.
First personal foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Back to Turner. Looks for Bargnani, gets it to him. That ball is nice feed that time from Turner.
Really good to see Turner find the open man, proving once again he's a team-first guy.
And here's Montreal. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Substitution on the court.
Shot from the inbound. Stockton can't get it to go. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for Montreal. And stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Chambers. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Turner. Outside, Jones. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Here's Stockton. Off the inbound, no good. Pass to Lou. It's good. Tip-off goes to the Celtics. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Now the defense has no answer for Mitchell's leaping ability. This man goes up, and he will put it down on you quick.
One of the most explosive scorers in the NBA, the great Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I think what makes his offensive game so elite is that he is a very strong and physical guard. He's improved his pick-and-roll game, and he's improved his distance from three. So the space that he has to work from is so impressive. Think D. Wade with a better jumper.
Trains the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 5 points so far.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
Pass to Mashburn. And he makes good on the layup.
And whether it's from deep, inside, mid-range, Jamal Mashburn is at home as a scorer.
And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Austin with the ball. After the basket by Montreal. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets the three fly. Kept alive by Boston. Takes a three. From deep. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Mashburn.
3-second violation.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And it's the Celtics ball. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Yao with the block.
And you have to appreciate the reach of Ming. Superb at putting himself in a good position there to block the shot.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Mitchell outside. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the three. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
3.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Yeah, easy call.
First personal
Montreal
foul.
shooting their first free throws of this game.
At the line for Montreal.
And he makes the first.
Taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Turner.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Mitchell outside. There's the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got the lead up to 9 now for Boston.
With the score.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see.
Boston.
And we've reached halftime in this. Here's Mashburn.
Locking the arc down. Defense knows it's on them to scare off those shots.
Montreal foul.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andrea Bargnani. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Mitchell with it.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Here's Boston now.
Donovan Mitchell. Assistant. Delano.
Here's Lou. He takes it in. Yao with the block. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Nice ball movement by Boston.
Yao Ming.
And so it's Montreal now. 11-point game. Pass to Bargnani. Here's Mashburn. Here's Boston now. Now Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
Here's Lou. Pass to Mashburn. Here's Lou. It's deflected. They're running.
Donovan Mitchell.
And here's Montreal. Here's Lou. And here is Noah. And again, Boston running the court in transition. Pass to Yao.
Yao Ming. Assist from Joakim Noah.
And here's Montreal. Here's Mashburn. Shot clock at 6. Bargnani inside. And here's Boston. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Pass to Banton.
Joakim Noah.
Here's Lou. Dismissed. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop.
Donovan Mitchell. The assist. Joakim Noah.
Here's Lou. Ferocious swat. And it's out of bounds to Montreal. They'll retain possession. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Celtics ball.
So it's the Celtics now. Pass to Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell. 3 points.
Here's Lou. Outside, Jones. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Celtics ball.
Here's Boston now. Huge run right now for him. Going 19-2.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
And a major drought need to find some sort of momentum.
Here's Lou. They double him with Mitchell. And pushing it up, here's Boston.
Montreal foul call.
We talked about the guys who play bigger than their listed size, and Donovan Mitchell is at the top of that list.
Free throw drops for Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell.
And Mitchell drops them both. Here's Lou.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Inside. Dow with the block. Pass to Brewer. To the middle.
Yao Ming.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one.
That's the end of the game. We'd like to thank